Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Due to YouTube's changing quote-unquote community standards, I created a channel called Grumpy Old Fart over on Rumble, a free speech alternative to YouTube. You can see all of my stuff over there, including my political and social commentary, as well as my current events videos. The links to my YouTube and Rumble channels, as well as links to let you order my books, are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm still getting over a cold, so bear with my voice. I'm doing a military blunders video on Arnhem. Hope I'm saying that right. A-R-N-H-E-M, Arnhem. This took place during World War II. Operation Market Garden was Field Marshal Montgomery's plan to use U.S. and British airborne forces to capture a series of bridges on the Rhine before the Germans could destroy them. The hope was to get Allied troops across the river and into Germany before winter set in. And each of these bridges, there was a little town there, and the idea was you capture all of them, you can get the entire, right in there before winter set in. And because once winter set in, it was going to take another year to do so. So it would have been nice if we could have done it, but it wasn't a necessity. The idea being we wanted to save lives by shortening the war. That was the point. So the idea was good. Operation Market Garden was launched on September 17th, 1944, with around 16,500 airborne troops being paradropped and another 3,500 landing via gliders. Of the 5 objectives, Zon, Vagel, and Grave were taken within the day. Nijmegen was taken on the 20th by U.S. paratroopers and the advancing British 30 Corps. The last objective, Arnhem, the northernmost target, was the linchpin that stymied the attack. The British paratroopers were dropped 7 miles from the target. They faced a costly 4-hour fight into the town. Radio communications failed. Unbeknownst to the Allies, the 9th and 10th SS Panzer Divisions were refitting in the area. Only 1 British parachute battalion reached the bridge, and this was a road bridge because the Germans had already destroyed the rail bridge. So, they were fighting against the odds to begin with, and then stuff started going wrong right off the bat. The unexpected German armor then steadily decimated the British troops on that bridge. They simply couldn't hold it. When you had 2 Panzer divisions coming at you, and then you didn't even know they were there. That was the main thing that hurt them. The rest of the British troops around Arnhem were isolated and outnumbered. Polish military units attempted to fight their way in to reinforce them, but they were unsuccessful. They did try. Market Garden quickly unraveled. Heavy German resistance and the tardiness of the British 30 Corps played major parts in this. The overland advance ground to a halt north of Nijmegen. The British in Arnhem were forced to leave the bridge and fight for survival in the town for 6 more days. And you can't blame them, mate. 2 freaking Panzer divisions. What are you going to do about that? 2,200 Allied soldiers escaped, but 7,600 were killed or captured. During the subsequent 8 weeks, U.S. troops suffered over 3,500 casualties just holding the line. It became a slugfest, and because they didn't capture those bridges, the Germans had the advantage in artillery and like that. Market Garden failed due to a lack of intelligence, which failed to account for the 2 Panzer divisions. That's the primary thing. There were other little things. They had, communications failures and this and that. But those 2 Panzer divisions were the big deal. On top of that, the failure to drop the British paratroopers on target left them without support. So, on top of not knowing about the 2 Panzer divisions, the British paratroopers were dropped off target, had to fight their way in, and once they reached the bridge, the main bridge they wanted to capture had already been blown, and the footbridge was on the road there was they couldn't hold it. So the whole thing unraveled at that point. Yeah, this was a failure of intelligence from the get-go. It was a good idea, and if it had worked, it would have done great things. The problem is it failed, and in doing so, it failed big time. So anyway, just goes to show you, intelligence, military intelligence, they say, is a contradiction in terms, but people don't realize how necessary it is until you don't have it or it screws up. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.